Hello everybody, how are you doing? I'm out in the shop for a little while tonight. I'm going to work a little bit on the blank that I started the other night and a little bit on the air conditioner. I want to try to get that working. It's so stuffy and humid, and really if I can just take the humidity out of the air, that makes a world of difference. Over here I've got my computer set up and I'm editing a very quick little video. You can see it's going to be about a little over a minute, and that is an announcement for the new podcast. That's right. It is out and it is loaded on many services. Some of the services will take a little longer for the podcast to show up. Some of them take 2 or 3 hours. Some of them take 2 or 3 days. But what I'm going to do in the description of this video, I will list all of the services that the podcast is available on, and I will give you a URL. So if it's not showing up on your service yet, it will be there eventually. But you can load the podcast manually and subscribe manually, and then it automatically is in your feed, and you'll get all the newest episodes as they are recorded. I want to tell you, this is amazing. The podcast will be available on iTunes. It will be available on Spotify, Google Podcast Manager, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Castbox, and TuneIn. So I'm really excited to have so many great services that will be, that'll allow you to use whatever your favorite podcast listening app is, and hopefully hear our podcast. The podcast again is You Made That with a question mark. I will put podcast name. I will put the Facebook page. I will put the Instagram page. I will put all of the services it's going to be served on, as well as the manual URL in the description of this video, so you can go down there and make sure you get a chance to find it, listen to it. And I'm happy with how the first episode turned out. You got those first episode jitters, but I think it turned out really good. I hope you listen to it. I hope you like it, and I hope you stick around for episode 2, 3, and so on. We would love to hear from you. Please, we have makers at ymtpodcast.com, makers at YMT, you made that, podcast, all one word, .com. And let us know what you think of the podcast, right? Leave us a review on your favorite service. Send us suggestions for show topics. We have put together a list of suggestions, but that list is not exhaustive. It's only got so many items on it. We'd love to hear what you guys would like for us to share as topics. There is a great rapport between the cast. Mike does an incredible job hosting. He's kind of a natural host, right? He's done a fantastic job. Rebecca has so much experience with turning in her artistic endeavors. She's amazing to listen to. So I hope you guys really tune in and enjoy the podcast. With that, I'm going to go over here and finish this quick video and get it uploading to RJB. And I'm going to work around the shop, so there may be a few other clips I put on here tonight. So I'm going to hold this one for just a little bit to make sure that you guys get a chance to see whatever I do out here tonight. And hopefully, if nothing else, I can get that darn thing figured out. So, all right, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. I made a slight adjustment. I'm fairly happy with it. I'm still kind of close to this, but I'm going to have to work on that. Perhaps I can incorporate something with the tabletop sander and that sander to get it off of that desk and out of that area, but I kind of had to come this way because my dust collection comes out there. Now you'll notice my pipe, it basically just kind of curves up and out, which, I don't know, it's not perfect, but it's going to work. What I need to do now is there needs to be a piece of wood between those 2 feet so that I don't kick one in and let that thing drop. And I think if I do that, it's actually fairly sturdy because it's mounted to the the header, or the header plate there, or footer plate, whatever that's called. I can't remember now. My mind just went blank. And then I've got the little lip around there just to keep the air conditioner from rolling off because it is on wheels. And I was going to turn it on for you, but I don't see what I did with the remote. Oh, yes I do. Let's grab the remote here and power. All right, it should. Well, I thought I turned it on. There it is. And I dropped the remote. All right, she opens up. And it hadn't cooled off just yet. But see, that'll kind of wave up and down, blow the air up, and a lot of times I work at this counter right behind the air conditioner, or right in front of the air conditioner, so this will be great for cooling the shop. Some people suggested the drip line go out the window because they do have a hole here, and you just punch on through and run it out the window. But the problem is it's about this high, so I'd have to go up and then out. I think it'd be better just to drill a hole in the back of here and drop it down, and maybe I could set like a milk jug or something back in that corner, and when it gets full, just throw the top on it and take it out in the yard, and I could dump it in the yard and water the grass, you know. Not too bad. I'm really happy to have that. The only thing is, this is not going to be permanently mounted in the window because that's just plastic, and somebody could easily force that out and then raise the window and be in my garage. You know I could put like screws in up there to keep them from doing that or whatever, but I usually just will raise it up a little bit, pull that out, and lock the window at night, and it only takes a minute to put that back in the window. I think what I will do is get some of my self-tapping screws and go ahead and shoot a couple self-tapping screws in there so that I don't have to, you know, have these pieces fall off all the time. Oh, it's already starting to cool down. Man, that feels good. Okay, I'm happy about that. I've got my blank over there on the table right there. She's glued up and drying. Hopefully I get a chance to make a cut on it tonight. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of straighten up a little bit because I did make a mess cleaning out that corner. And even though I didn't want it against the bench, it probably is better because I can get, you know, vacuum cleaner in there, or I can probably get the vacuum maybe under there, and then over there I can put the drum with the dust deputy, and maybe in the middle I can squeeze that pile of cutoffs in. So we'll kind of see what happens, but I'm just going to fiddle with that for a little bit. Man, that air feels good already. I'm going to get the garage door shut and enjoy it. I've gone ahead and shot a couple of self-tapping screws in each side just to kind of, you know, keep these extensions in place. But notice how it's kind of hanging. That's because, you know, all of this, right? So what I'm going to do is on the inside of here, I'm going to get a little piece of hopefully plastic, and it only needs to be maybe an inch higher than this, so maybe 2-inch piece. I'll shoot a self-tapping screw in it to hold it in place so that it's a little hook on the back of this. That way it'll hook onto the back of the window sash and it won't pull forward. It's not a lot of weight, but it's just, you know, you see how easy it is, but it's just enough weight, and when it pulls it down like that, the heat kind of comes back into the shop. So I'm going to dig around and see what I can find, and we'll work on something like that. So also, shop vac fits perfect. I just need to reinstall the hose. I just got the cable running. I'm going to go ahead and adjust this a little bit to be able to get the scrap bin there and the blue jug over there. That's my hope. Problem solved. 2 plastic shims. Take these babies to the bandsaw, cut them off maybe about here, shoot a self-tapping screw through the back, and there's your lip to hold it to the window sash. Let's get busy. That's perfect. They go right behind the sash, and I put 2 of these self-tapping screws, and grab one on each one to kind of hold it nice and stout. And I use the thick part of the shim, so that works out great. That thing is not moving. It's in there pretty sturdy, and I'm super happy with how that turned out. This is going to be great. Now to get this area cleaned up so that I can call it an evening. I am super happy about this. It worked out better than I thought. I did not even have to move the jointer. I just took that hose around back and right up into the top of the dust deputy. All I got to do is hook my hose on there, and I've got 4 hoses that are like 8 to 10 foot long, and I've got a smaller hose that actually I can crack that garage door, go right out into the driveway and vacuum my cars, and I don't have to move that thing around. So that's perfect. Those hoses are over there behind the lathe. I just haven't pulled them out. Not too worried about that. I just got to figure out what to do with this remaining pile of wood, and you know, we'll work on that here shortly. I think what I'm going to do is go over here, and I'm going to make a cut on the blank I've been making. I have moved it because I needed to use the table saw, but we're going to cut on that and see if what I'm hoping happens. All right, the blank is over there. I just finished making my cut. I put it together. Actually, it looks pretty good. I can't wait to turn it, see how it turns, and then if it looks good, I have some ideas to take it to like a phase 2, you know what I mean? So we're going to fiddle with this one and see what happens. I'm not giving you a close-up view because I want to turn it and let you see it in a pin first. I am real happy, guys. It's been a great night in the shop, and you know, this is awesome because now I can stay cool. Still haven't done anything with that. Obviously the ladder's gonna go back over here until I build something to mount my camera so I can get the ladder out of here. But that's it for me. I'm gonna go in the house, edit this video up for you guys, and then I think I'm gonna call it an early night because I'm pooped. The heat's taking it out of me. You guys have a great evening. I will see you again very, very soon. Bonus footage, guys. I got to show this to you. I hit the power button on the air conditioner. It's doing its auto clean cycle, and I pulled this out of the window to lock the window, and look at that. Perfect ledge. It sits right on top of the dust collection pipe. Does not interfere with the glass gate, and I don't have to worry about it hanging down and getting busted. That is a bonus. I didn't know that, but I'm super happy about it. Have a great evening.